Hey Motorheads, it's Gene. I'm in the shop today and I thought I'd spend some time walking you through where we are on the Porsche 968 Turbo project. We purchased this car locally off of Craigslist here in Mooresville, North Carolina about 5 years ago. The car is a 1994 sunroof coupe that we've upgraded with a solid roof panel from a 944 base car. The car was stripped down to the bare body shell, and by that I mean bare body shell, engine, transmission, sound deadening material, everything came out of the car and off the car except for that galvanized coating that Porsche put on the factory. The car was refinished in a 1993 Viola, which was a special edition color for the 40th anniversary of the 911. We've upgraded the suspension, we've upgraded the brakes, we've replaced the engine with a turbo engine that was done by Powerhouse out of Phoenix, Arizona. They're no longer in business, but they built this motor and made 485 horsepower at the crank. We're going to convert it to E85. We're going to use an AEM Infinity standalone ECU. We're going to use a water air intercooler, and we're going to try to make a little bit more power than the 485. So up front, we've upgraded the suspension to 928 GTS rotors and calipers. These were originally big black calipers that were redone in an electric yellow powder coat. We're running the cross-drilled vented turbo version of the 928 rotor. And that's the lead suspension parts in there. We've got upgraded sway bar to the MO30, and we're running the Delrin bushings up front. In the back, we're running a 996 twin turbo caliper setup. This caliper, it runs the same body size as the front big blacks, but a much smaller diameter on the pistons, the piston diameter. These I think are 28 millimeter. And we're also running what is in essence an early offset 944 rear offset. It's about an inch difference from stock, and this is going to allow us to put a wheel on here with about an inch difference in lip compared to what the 968 had originally. So moving to the interior, we refinished the door panels in this high quality vinyl. We elected not to use leather inside the car because summers down here in North Carolina can be brutal. French stitching there around the gauge cluster, Club Sport steering wheel, carbon fiber replica GT3 seats, yellow accents on the seat belts there, the cabriolet cubbies in the back for storage. We got to button up the center console there with the boost gauge and a stereo, get the ECU in there, and that will just about complete the interior of the car. So up front, we've got a lot of work to do yet. The manifold is out being repainted. We made some changes to where the injector ports were, and after all that welding and scraping, we sent it out to have it repainted to match the body color. You'll notice that over here, the cruise control module has been replaced by an E85 sensor. Hopefully that's going to help us make a little more power. The wiring harness is all there. We've got to button that all up and make sure that is installed properly. The ignition will be these GM coils that we'll be using. You'll notice here's the water to air intercooler setup. We're still in the process of mocking that up. And we're going to use what was a Tiptronic oil cooler. We're going to use that as the sort of mini radiator to keep the intercooler nice and cool. Circulation pump is right there. The ECU will tell that when to turn on and turn off. Other than that, once we get the engine management system in place, get the interior buttoned up, the car should be on the road soon. Please comment, and if you have any comments or suggestions, we'd appreciate them. Thank you.